Hello, everybody. My name is Demi, and I am reacting to ice cream sandwiches video. That's ADHD. I bet I bet all of you have found this very funny. Yes, exactly. Uh, but without further ado, let's get started.
This is your brain, and this is your brain on ADHD.
Okay, Andy, I get what you mean. I get what you mean. You just you literally just killed your own brain. You literally killed your own brain like it was a bug.
Wait, so it turns out your boy
But oh wait, dude, that was your brain.
has ADHD. Who would have guessed? I got officially diagnosed about a year ago now. The process for getting diagnosed was
That makes sense.
odd. I didn't really know what to expect when getting diagnosed, but I didn't expect it to include wires, that's for sure. By
Wait, wires.
the way, two things. One, I am not a doctor, so always get a professional diagnosis if you suspect
yeah, 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 yeah. That's true. You are not. You are not a doctor.
anything. And two, ADD is no longer a thing. It is all under ADHD now, with two flavors. There is the inattentive type and the hyperactive type. And apparently, I am the inattentive type. So, all of this started with good old classic denial. I had a lot of ADHD symptoms for a long time, and we'll go over specifics later, but have you ever noticed in TVs and movies where ADHD is just like, ooh, a squirrel, ooh, a ladybug, ooh, a piece of candy?
Ooh, a piece of candy. Dude's literally standing next to a bear trap. Oh, dude's tongue got stuck in there.
Well, that's only on the surface level of ADHD, and unsurprisingly, it is a much more complicated thing than popular media makes it out to be. Big surprise! I thought, I don't do that, and therefore, I don't have any ADHD.
I am distracted. He's watching the I Am Distracted show.
But one day, I was watching goofy internet videos and saw something that was like, this video is very goofy and relatable. Allow me to just look down at what the creator wrote about the video and possible tags associated with this morsel of entertainment. I don't suspect
Dude, you might want to
anything
calm down.
This probably doesn't mean anything. This started to happen more and more until I started to ask some serious questions about myself. And I'll tell you how I figured out that I have ADHD. But first, you don't like watching sponsorships. But what if you could watch an entire
Wait, what? Wait. What do you mean, Andy? What do you mean about
sponsorship segment in under 1 second? Introducing the All at Once-a-tron. Just get inside and I pull this lever and... Well, plan B.
Oh, what?
NordVPN is a virtual private network service that gives you privacy online.
I like
If you're
this
looking for a
music.
blanket of security while browsing the internet, VPNs are a great way to achieve that. Using NordVPN encrypts your browsing activity, so nobody knows who you are or where you're going. NordVPN can be used as an ad blocker, so you can get around annoying ads. Every once in a while,
This little dude just goes squished.
I want to watch something that isn't available in my country.
No,
So I boot up Nord to bypass those stupid poo-poo region block content restrictions, and I get what I want. Go to nordvpn.com/ice cream sandwich to get a 2-year plan plus 1 additional month with a huge discount. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. Thank
Dude, why is it? Dude, why was spit? Wait. Dude, why are you spitting on that innocent person, mate?
money back guarantee. Thank you, NordVPN, for sponsoring this video. So after all of these coincidences, it's led me to think and reflect on a lot of things. There were a lot of memories that started to seem like signs more than just memories. Like forgetting to drink water for an entire day might be a sign of something and not just be a goofy little
forgetting to drink water. Yeah, but you'll be thirsty then.
thing that I do sometimes. So I started to read books and watch lectures and learn as much as I could about ADHD. And the more that I did, the more that puzzle pieces started to click. These are things that I did that I thought were normal, but were actually signs of ADHD. Having hundreds of tabs open at a time, constantly.
Dude, you delete many
to a point where 30 gigabytes of RAM is a necessity.
Dude, that is too much tabs. Too much tabs.
Is something people with ADHD do. Doing a task
Oh,
like locking a door.
that makes
Seconds
sense,
later,
then.
you aren't totally sure if you locked the door, so you relock it another time or two. There's this thing I like to do when I'm
That makes
alone,
sense.
where I walk in
just
circles
makes
for a
sense.
couple of hours and I talk to myself. Don't judge me. I like it, but also apparently it's an ADHD thing. Reading paragraphs of books over and over, even though I'm very intentionally trying to read it, I have to do it multiple times. It took me ages to finish Hatchet. Ages! It
Wait,
wasn't even that good.
Hatchet? Is that like a Shakespeare story or not? Oh yes, and it's by Gary Paulson.
But going to do a task and forgetting what the task was on my way to do it because I'm thinking of something in the meantime. Chronically. Like this happens every day, all day. Like this one time, Kelly wanted some chocolate and I was like, I can give you chocolate. And I went to the kitchen to go get chocolate. But from point A to point B, I just got distracted. And I kind of found myself holding chocolate.
Andy, don't do what I think you're gonna do,
And
man.
I was like, oh, yeah, I'm hungry for chocolate. And I eat it. And I get back.
Oh my god, mate. This dude's like, get me chocolate. And he said, okay. And then this dude, yeah, I'm hungry for chocolate. And he just ate it. Poor her.
Back to the room where Kelly was sitting and she was sad because I was eating her chocolate. I don't know how to explain it other than like I didn't mean to do that. It just happened.
Yeah.
And it happens
Yeah, it just
a
happened.
lot. Caffeine does not work on me and just makes my heart rate go up. Contacting me is a nightmare and usually takes a couple of messages until I get around to it. Not doing things right up until the deadline. That one's a common one.
Oh lordy, I done it again.
And the list goes on. So after all of this reflection and learning, I have very strong
This girl's coming, Andy.
suspicions that I have ADHD. So I had to get a professional to assess me and look at my brain. Oh God. The assessment included a bunch of questions, but the first part of it included this new test, which I think was called an EKG. They strap a bunch of wires to
You
your
mean
head
like,
and measure your brain waves. The instructions were to
'cause
stay still
EKG,
and do not move
like-
for 30 minutes.
Stay still.
ADHD test.
Limit.
Stay still. 30 minutes.
This brain wants to get out.
You already know the results. I had ADHD, and I felt weirdly relieved. There has been a lot of frustration in my life because despite trying really hard to focus, I could only achieve half as much as other people. So despite still having issues with it, it feels good to know why. I never expected that was going to be a meaningful thing to me, but here we are. Anyway, after my diagnosis, there was talk about medication, and that did not go well, but I'm going
What do
to
you
make
mean?
a second video about that. I have an idea of what I'm going to say, but since we're entering medication territory, I want to try to be a little bit more thoughtful about how I go about the video. So, need a little bit more time. Thank you for your patience about it. I wish you the best, and thank you for watching. Oh, a piece of candy.
This is your brain when you're
Okay.
struggling to focus. And this is your
And
brain.
then we'll do another video of
By day, I'm a business
this
consultant,
video.
but I
Do-
also
we'll-
run a
we'll
run club.
react
I asked Copilot
for
to map me
videos
a mixed
that
ability
Spanish
5K
made.
route ending at a cafe. After work, I head to our meeting spot. I dropped the route in the chat earlier so no one got lost. There's nothing left to do but soak up the last of the day's sun. Less
I hate
admin,
that.
more running.
Hey, how you doing? So, before we start, I just want to say that
Wait, what was dude is just watching a cow dancing.
just really quick, you should know. Okay, just
Okay, Andy wants that guy to listen.
really quick.
This record starts.
It's good
This guy's like, I should have listened to Andy.
for you to know that what I'm going to say in this
This guy's
video is
sad.
not to deter you or convince you of ADHD medication. This is just my experience, of which started out really
This
good,
is
but
for
then quickly
content.
declined into stinky, icky bad. So the last video, I figured out that I had ADHD because I had symptoms. Symptoms such as often has trouble holding attention on tasks, often does not seem to listen when spoken to directly, or is often easily distracted. You know, stuff like that. So what was the solution? drug. In America, medication doesn't come cheap, so this wasn't like a
What?
just whatever decision. This sprouted from some real
This is
need.
intense.
To the surprise of
I'm
no one,
learning.
ADHD brain isn't very productive. My thoughts either do not complete or just overlap with one another.
A new YouTube video. What about one with pizza? No, I did that. This is the so many dishes. I could do them later. Answer.
And that's very annoying. It's a lot of chaos, and it can be really frustrating when I'm trying to focus. Hey guys, what is 2 plus 2?
Okay, and these clones. Why is this reminding me of Inside Out?
I don't know, probably 2. I think it could be 4. Who even made math? Yeah, it's probably just another 2. There's already 2's in there. Probably another 2, I bet. When will this be useful to know? Like, what am I going to do with my life anyway? Like, what will the future hold? What is something that I need to worry about? Guys, what do you imagine it sounds like when we play 8 different trumpets randomly at the same time? Well, I wonder what we can find out. This happens when I'm talking to other people.
They're having a band.
And I could, like, forget their name. It happened in school and work, and I'm sure it's a big reason as to why I had to retake classes in high school. And honestly, I just want my hands on the wheel for once. And I was told that meds could be a way to achieve that.
Oh, those guys were still playing until that pill guy had to wound it.
Have you guys gotten any work done at all? Where's the guy in charge here? Oh my God. There's tons of medications to choose from. You got Adderall, Vyvanse, Ritalin, Concerta, and many others. For my first medication, I used Adderall. We started out really low, about 5 milligrams of Adderall. So, what does Adderall feel like? It takes a little bit to kick in, but when it does, I gain this strange ability. Just the ability to be able to. So you see, a lot of my unmedicated days goes like this. I will think of a thing to do, task A, but then my brain is like, yo, wait, there's this other thing you should do first because it's probably going to take like no time at all. And then that happens a couple of times. And then I start on the least important task, get like halfway through it, take a break, forget about all of the other tasks, and then get distracted by anything else within my field of view, which if I'm online is infinity. Then the day is done and I've made a laughably small amount of progress. When Adderall was introduced into my system, I was like, I should do task A. And then I did task A. The loop was gone. There was no sensation. It was just ability. So the meds were good for a while until they weren't. For good reason. But firstly, I'd like to thank you for willingly sitting down to listen to my sponsor, NordVPN.
Why is this dude tied up? Why is he tied up? And now he has to listen to your sponsorship about NordVPN.
You're all comfortable? You want anything? Snacks, water? You're good? Great. NordVPN is a virtual private network service that helps you protect yourself online. The internet is filled with infinite knowledge, but also people who want to track your data at every turn. NordVPN can help you stop that intrusive tracking. Hey there, what's your phone number? I want to sell it. NordVPN also blocks malware so you can protect your computer.
Malware.
I'm going to click on this. You can also use NordVPN on so many devices. Your computer, your phone, your butt. No, not your butt.
What? Wait, what? And probably you can use a microphone. Wait, no, microphone is not a device.
Well, that kind of seems like an oversight, but whatever. Use promo code Ice Cream Sandwich to get a discount deal, plus 1 bonus month included. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. Thank you, NordVPN, for sponsoring this video. So Adderall was good.
Have you freed the guy up?
For a while until I started to realize that it wasn't doing what I wanted it to. I was able to do things, but I started to notice that it was only touchable and physical tasks. Like one day, I took my Adderall, started to get to work, and then I realized that I was just vacuuming, doing dishes, and cleaning up other general messes around the house because I could physically fix that stuff. But if I needed to sit and think about things, it was really hard. See, the ability to do a thing was gained, but I never got the ability to focus. And that was the core of my problem. So out goes the Adderall. So I talked to a friend who also has ADHD about this problem. After some chatting, he mentioned he was taking Vyvanse, which is supposed to work differently than other meds for ADHD. It's a slower burn, and that can help in different ways for different people. Specifically for him, it helps him a lot with focus, which is what I wanted.
Yeah, Adderall is great, but also you're effectively taking meth.
Wait, meth?
You might want to talk to your
Wait, meth? Is this Breaking Bad right now?
psych about Vyvanse if you're looking for something more mellow.
Considering my goals and my general aversion to meth, that seemed like a good idea. So I did bring up the idea of Vyvanse to my psych, and we decided to give it a go. Vyvanse felt way different than Adderall. When I took it, there was absolutely more focus. Like,
Really
way too much
really focused. I get it.
focus. So it comes around the first day of me trying out my new medication. It takes about an hour to kick in, so when I first tried it, nothing happened for a while, but then it hit. And when it did, I was watching a show about space flight, and it became very easy to follow along. Instead of consuming multiple forms of media at once, I was keenly aware and focused on this space documentary. But that focus plus curiosity about spaceflight led me into learning and researching the science of rocket flight and orbital mechanics. Cool, but that's not what I needed to do for the day. I was so enthralled with the information that by the time the medication wore off, the day was over and I did no work. I figured out the problem was I was able to work with incredible focus. I just needed to do the right task when the medication began its effects. Easy. I thought this was great. How foolish of me. If I'm not doing what I need to be doing while the meds are focusing me on the wrong thing, then it's not working. I would wake up, I'd take a pill, be distracted, then be locked into that thing I was distracted on for the whole day. So I had days that were crazy productive or days that were totally shot. It was all just a gamble. It felt like I was so close to getting rid of my distractibility, so I kept convincing myself that it was just a matter of getting my habits right. Then some weird stuff started to happen. One day I take my meds and I'm working on one of many things I'm not supposed to be working on, and then I started to feel out of breath. I immediately think it's COVID, so I go to do tests, talk to doctors, but COVID doesn't show up. Did you take a COVID test? Yeah. Is it COVID? No. So I'm not sure what this is. The feeling was like if I had just stopped jogging, but constantly. I had a feeling that it was the meds that were causing this problem. But I feel like I was so desperate to have the medications work that I was in denial that it was the meds that were causing the problem. So I just kept taking it. And then I did something really stupid. I was supposed to have a conversation with my psych in the future, and I could have just contacted them sooner and talked about these symptoms. But then I waited until I got really bad. I was having headaches. I could hardly
Dang. I feel sorry for you, mate.
sleep. One day I couldn't wait anymore. The symptoms got really bad, and I tried to contact him, but he was out of town and unreachable by this point. And so I did a really bad thing that you are never supposed to do. Do not do this ever. I stopped taking the meds.
What was it?
And I'm very thankful that I had no adverse reactions to this, but for me, it worked out. And after a couple of days of not taking the meds, I was fine. So that's my experience with ADHD medication. I'm off meds now, and I'm all good, but now I'm kind of back to square one. I think the
The brain is running away.
moral of the... Whoa, God. I almost dropped my phone. I think the moral of the story here is do not be tunnel visioned on results like me. If you're having a bad experience with medication, talk to your medical professional. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to unsubscribe. Wait.
Okay, let's do a third video Andy made. Which is Andy's fears.
Fear helps you stay alive, but I feel like in today's age, it feels much more like a burden than a function of survival. Sure, the world can be a scary place sometimes, like when you actually see a bear, but I just don't see bears that much. And I think fear is just a little more annoying than it is helpful in most parts of my life.
Yeah,
the first thing I think of when I think of fear is flying. Fun fact about me, I used to not be afraid of flying at all. And actually, I thought it was a lot of fun. I remember my favorite...
Dude, don't pinch this guy's Jake, mate.
seat was the window seat because I got to see a view of the world that used to only belong to birds. But now, unfortunately, flying is so much more of a hassle than it used to be. One of the more recent times I was flying, the pilot came over the intercom and said, "Hello, passengers. We are coming close to our destination. And we are going down. And as we are going..."
I think I know where this is going.
Going down to our destination, I ask everyone to fasten their seatbelts and return their seats to their upright position for landing. Can we work on our phrasing a little or provide context? I respect pilots and all they do for society, but please say anything else than we are going down. When inside of a giant metal tube in the sky, I thought for a moment that I was actually gonna die. I can't totally describe the feeling of doom that I felt in that moment, but I can kind of make a facial expression that represents it. It was like that, but on the inside. I used to think it would be cool to have flight as a superpower, but with fear of flying, it would just be
This guy.
terrible.
Oh. Oh, you're flying.
Maybe I can just walk. If you're afraid of flying, it's definitely not the only thing you're afraid of. One time when I was a kid, my family went to Willis Tower. And if you've never been, at the top of Willis Tower, there are these glass boxes that poke out of the building that you can actually walk into and look down at the city if you so
don't
please.
really want
I
to
thought
fly
it'd be really
because
cool to see
I
everything
think
with
there's
no
birds there and
obstructed
I will
view.
bump into
But the
one.
closer I got to the glass boxes, the more my brain cranked up my fear. There's never been a mechanical failure. It's gonna be fine. Yeah, but what if it's not fine? What if it breaks for the first time when you stand on it? There's always a first time for everything, but it's maintained regularly. And look at all the other people doing it. They're okay. Yeah, but
Yeah.
what if when you get on, a bug flies into a bird's mouth and it chokes, which causes it to hit a plane, which makes the plane crash, and the plane hits a screw on the glass box, but the plane actually recovers and flies away, so everybody's happy about that. But the screw spins until it comes out and unravels the whole glass box, and you fall? No, yeah, that's a good point. So when it was my turn to go into the glass box, I decided to not. The building is well maintained and has never had a mechanical failure, and I could have had a cool experience, but I was just too freaked out. However, even if fear is sometimes annoying, I stand by my wariness of mechanical failures. Things happen. If there really are infinite realities inside of infinite universes, then that means somewhere out there, there's an Andy that met a terrible fate.
What is this? Okay. And this one. Okay. I think it's like a spider.
Sucks for that guy. Infinite universes, then that means somewhere out there, there's an Andy that met a terrible fate.
Oh,
Sucks for that guy. I don't know. I think it would just be nice to be up in a high place and enjoy the view without my brain screaming code red all the time. Again, I prove my point. Fear is annoying, but not as annoying as this. Get
let me guess, you're gonna start sponsorship again.
professional care for hair loss from the comfort of
I just literally broke the window where this guy is trying to enjoy his toilets in peace.
your home without ever visiting a doctor's office or pharmacy with Keeps. Sometimes hair loss happens. What is that thing?
Oh, is that
Shush. Ew, don't touch me with that! Keeps can help you with your hair care
don't
goals
touch
in a
me.
multitude of ways, such as getting your treatment delivered to you on your schedule. As a part of your Keeps treatment plan, you get access to the Keeps care team for any questions you may have 24/7. Keeps also offers hair thickening shampoo, conditioner, not for eating, and styling pomade. These products work great together to complement your treatment. No, I said no. Whether you're looking to prevent hair loss, stimulate hair growth, or just take better care of the hair you have, Keeps offers treatments that work for you. Head to keeps.com/ice cream sandwich to get a special offer today.
Yeah.
Or later. I'm free Monday. Okay. Thanks, Keeps, for sponsoring this video. Fire can be useful for a lot of things, like roasting marshmallows, pyrotechnics, and whenever you want lions to hop through a ring of fire. So, despite all of these joys that fire brings us, I am also afraid of fire, but only big fire. I'm not, like, screaming at candles and stuff. Beechwood lavender. It's specifically
This guy is so dumb.
scary when it's out of control. I've seen videos of people driving through or even next to forest fires, which awakens a deep and primal fear. And I'm not even in the situation. I can't imagine the courage firefighters must have to fight forest fires. There's a lot of F's in that sentence. Did you know the size of a loose fire doubles every 60 seconds?
You gonna put that out?
Yeah, I was just trying to show an example. I can't remember where I heard that fact, but it's very scary. Fire is incredible. It can feed you, it
I
can
like
protect you,
but if you're not careful with it,
Fire can totally and completely destroy everything you've ever known or loved.
Okay.
Hey, I said pass the marshmallows? Oh, yeah, sorry.
This dude's angry.
Darkness. It's the idea of the unknown. Anything could be right out in front of your face and you wouldn't know. Hi, do you want to subscribe? One time, long ago, I went out to see a movie with friends at a nearby movie theater. When the movie finished up and everybody left, my plan was just to walk home. Eventually, I get to my neighborhood and I see a dark figure in the distance.
Okay.
And there's no light. I start to get a little nervous because I don't know what or who that is. At this point, my mind is starting to sound the alarms again. A murderer, a bear, an eldritch
A murderer, a bear, and whoever that is.
creature of the night? Whatever it is. Adrenaline. As the shape gets closer, it starts to look more and more humanoid. Then I see it's a person and they're running, and I think it's pretty fast, and I think it's running directly at me. I am in danger. There is no reason anyone should be running at night at anyone. I am not fighting nor flighting. I am just standing there, baked in fear. They get closer and closer, and once they were close enough, hello, hey, I figured out that they were not running at me at all. They were just on a nighttime jog. The funny thing about darkness is it messes with your sight. When your brain doesn't get all the information it needs, it'll just do you the favor of filling in the gaps itself. So my brain just assumed it was getting attacked. It was just an hallucination stemming from my fear. Cool. That is the thing that freaks me out about darkness. It's unknown, and that scares me. Anyway, those are my top fears. Thanks for watching.
Okay, now the fourth and last video I'll be watching. It's things that would rather.
Our best Prime Day deals have come
It's
early
something
with up to
you rather
60%
be
off selected
electrocuted.
devices. Head to Amazon today.
And then the fairy godmother.
Hey, who are you? Oh, I'm the Fairy of Discomfort.
Fairy of
And I
Discomfort.
hear you've been a very good
A good boy.
boy this year. What does that mean? It means I have a gift for you.
He should have said, "You are."
You ever think about how sound is just wiggly air that makes our brain feel things? For example, summertime ice cream, tomato soup with grilled cheese.
Okay.
Subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Dude.
Notice how some of those made you feel things? Sometimes some of that wiggly air or textile feeling, it makes us suffer. And lately, I've been thinking about the ones that make me suffer, and I'm curious if these are normal. Like, there was this one time I was unloading the dishwasher, and I had made a mistake that I didn't think would be a mistake. Earlier, when I was choosing all of the settings for the dishwasher, I put all of the settings on max, because that's what I always did. Which seems like it would make sense. If you want to clean your dishes, why not choose the setting that makes the dishes the cleanest, right? Apparently, doing it too much can change how your glass dishes feel. I went to put away one of the glasses, and when I touched it, I felt such a discomfort that I let out an audible blech. The best way I can describe how it felt was squimpchy. Like when you touch it, it feels like a squimch, which is obviously terrible. It's like if glass was more grippy. This is what it sounds like, by the way.
Okay, that makes sense.
Has anybody else come across this? Do you know? Do you understand? Can you look into my heart
This
and feel what I feel? In college, I
is this is like, dude, get away from me, mate.
had a roommate that would set up a ton of alarms that would go off every 5 minutes in the morning
no.
to wake him up for class. And it would go off for like an hour or so. Unfortunately for the guys who lived in the dorms next to us,
I don't
I
really
was the
need
same
to
way.
alarm to
So
wake
every
me up
morning it
because
was
I
like...
wake myself up.
And so now, whenever I hear the iPhone alarm, I feel some kind of primal fear. It's terrible. But the weird thing is, these days, I don't wake up to an alarm anymore. I wake up when my dog wakes me up. And how she wakes me up is she'll get into bed and she'll start wagging her tail.
Wait! Don't. I think you're gonna do what I think you're gonna do.
Good morning. And you'd think that the
yeah.
same
Well, it was
thing
very
would
super
happen.
special.
I would hate the sound of her tail, but I don't. I love it when she wags her tail because she's a cutie patootie. She deserves happiness at all times.
Is it going to go to the sponsorship?
Fine. What do you find uncomfortable? Is it nails on chalkboard or perhaps sponsorships?
Wait, I think I know what's going on there now. I feel sorry for that dude.
Come here. What do you think VPN stands for? Vuvuzela Pringles Nourishment? No. NordVPN is a VPN, which stands for Virtual Private Network. NordVPN has many features,
Virtual
such as
Private
being
Network.
installable. Install it on any of your devices, so you can have internet protection wherever you go. Protection from what, you may ask? Not me. Don't need to worry about me. I'm not dangerous. NordVPN
Oh yeah, does it protect you from hackers?
protects you from things like malicious ads, malware, intrusive tracking, all things that are more dangerous than me. Use promo code Ice Cream Sandwich to get NordVPN's 2-year plan plus 4 extra months for free. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. Thanks NordVPN for sponsoring this video. I hate hair. If it's doing anything except for being on a head, terrible. In food, ugh. On my desk, in my face, but the worst is when it's being pulled off a comb. Do you know that sound? Content warning, I'm about to play that sound. I think there
I think this dude's melted.
should be some kind of invention that combs your hair without needing to comb your hair, so that we won't have to have this horrible sound in our ears ever. Or everybody could just go bald, and that would probably just solve a ton of problems.
So
Maybe you can figure out why I hate this one. I don't know, but you know socks? It'd be kind of surprising if you didn't, but anyway, socks. They keep your feet warm. They are the best in winter and can have fun little designs.
wait, let me guess. You're gonna say that wearing socks on bed is the most discomfortable.
On them to make you look cool. But when you wear them in bed, I would not be
What's
able
wrong?
to sleep. I want them off. I would rather have no feet entirely. Why is that? Your feet are so far away from the core of your body, it would only make sense to keep them warmest when you want to be warm and cozy, which would be at night in bed. You know, after working out and you get really sweaty, or not even working out, you just like, when you get really sweaty and then your shirt also gets extra sweaty and then somebody comes along and tries to hug you. Ugh. I don't even want my shirt to be touching me, let alone some other person when I'm sweaty. Don't touch me! Don't touch me! I'm weak! I'm already weak and tired! Would it be possible to liquid cool a person? Sure. Saying that out loud makes me see.
Wait. Wait. I get you, Andy. I don't like hair on my food. Okay.
Seem really dumb. But like, if you take, you know, those gamer computers that have liquid cooling in them, could you do
Okay.
that with a shirt and then put that shirt on a person? I think that would be cool.
Okay.
I think one
I just do something.
of the worst
Oh,
feelings in the
Tom.
world is at the dentist's office.
Oh,
You go in the dentist's office, you need
Oh.
your teeth cleaned, and they're like, "Hi, I'm here to help you." But then they crack out that little scratchy thing, and then they scratch your teeth. Ugh. Some of you may be asking, I can think of way worse things, such as, what if this happened? Yeah, it is worse than that, okay? Anyway, that's about all. Now, if
Yeah.
you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go do a cozy thing as a palate cleanser.
Okay. If you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe to this channel. And to make sure you like and subscribe to this channel. And and shout out to Andy for making awesome videos. So subscribe to him. So subscribe to him. So you'd know when his videos come, and you'll know when our videos come. thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!